Welcome back to our RollerScape journey. Last time we started our Eels and Escalators locked account, becoming the hottest guy at the free-to-play Grand Exchange and getting an unbelievably lucky roll. Oh my god. Our current goal is to grab an Amulet of Magic and a Ring of Recoil to complete the next base and move on to our next roll. In order to get these, we'll need a few things: sapphires, a ball of wool, some gold, 24 crafting, and some cosmic runes. The plan was to do as many quests as I could which didn't have any high requirements for some starting crafting XP to get us to 24. So I went and did Sheep Shearer, Mistlin Mystery, Goblin Diplomacy, Murder Mystery, and Dwarf Cannon, since none of these were too difficult or required equipping items. Except for Mistlin Mystery. I know the nerds in the comments are saying you need to wield the killer's knife, but using quest items for their quests is one of my exceptions, and also you don't really need to do an actual attack with this, so does it really count in the first place? Anyways, all those quests got me to 17 crafting, only halfway to our goal of 24. So, my plan here is going to be a bit of a classic. I'll be picking flax and then running a little bit over to the spinning wheel in Sears Village and making bowstrings. There is the first level of many. 19 crafting, 20 crafting, 21 crafting. I'm eating food here. Just give me a sec. 22 crafting. So that's 23 crafting, and I guess I'll finish this inventory, but you might think I got one more level to go, but I actually don't. And before I actually craft the things, gonna make a quick pit stop into the wilderness so that I can trade Lundial and get some cosmic runes. And now my plan for gold bar is robbing these thieves, because, well, if they steal, it's ethical for me to steal from them. But yeah, there's a gold bar right on this table here. I can't reach that. You've got to be fucking kidding me. That, folks, is why you need to read the fine print. Yeah, this guy does require telekinetic grab, apparently, and I did not read that. So this wasn't a total emergency. I figured out that I could make my way to Keldgrim with no requirements and have a 1 in 15 chance to steal a gold bar from this crafting stall. I already got one from completing Goblin Diplomacy, so I really only needed one more. Oh my god, there it is. So that should be everything I need. Time to make the sapphire ring and oh shit. I completely forgot about my plan. I was gonna save a bit of time and use a poison chalice, an item that has a 25% chance of giving you a +1 crafting boost. Unfortunately, I totally forgot, so I had to buy and sell sapphires at the gem trader for that last level. And there's 24 crafting. And so we crafted our jewelry, enchanted them, and now we can move on to our next roll. So we just got our Ring of Recoil and Amulet of Magic. Most of this is the same since last one, since we only moved one space, but looking ahead here, Thrown Axes I think are going to be fantastic. Get us started on ranged. Mithril Armor Set, not so good. I would say like B tier, C tier. Egg would be great. I think it's actually less great than I said last time, because we got to fight like a red dragon and a jaguar, and I don't have any dragon fire protection for that dragon, and there's no chance of me safe spotting it right now. So that would actually be extremely difficult. So I'm going to say this dips down to C tier. Mind Runes would be great, but honestly, they don't do that much damage, and there's plenty of ranged options on the board. The Monk's Robes, Wizard's Robes, Leather Armor, they're also boring and uninteresting, and they take only a few minutes to get, so C tier for the lot. Maple Blackjack Offensive, not great, but a lot better now that we have recoils, so I would say B tier for that. Meanwhile, we have a Red Topaz Machete, and that will also take us straight to Chaos Runes, which I think is going to be fantastic. That is actually an S tier. I think getting a Ruby Machete is a matter of just, you know what, let me look this up first. Okay, yeah, Red Topaz Machete is not too difficult to get. It would just mean we have to do Jungle Potion and then get a Gout Tuber or 2400 trading sticks, which I don't think is too difficult. I think we're going to go ahead and start the roll. 5. Okay, so we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is blue wizard robes. I guess I'll be back at the board very shortly. Before I went to get those, I did my required agility training, getting this amount of levels per episode. Moving right on, I bought the blue skirt and Varrock, and now would be the part where most people would kill an average of about 20 wizards to get their blue wizard robe top. However, I am not most people. Little known fact, the black robe top, which has the same stats as the blue wizard robe, can be dyed with blue dye. And as it turns out, there's a black robe top spawn in Civitas Illifortis. And so this quickly brings us back to the board. Now that we've gotten our blue wizard robes, we've got 4 new spots that we can roll. Or 5? Yeah, 5 new spots. So leather armor, like I said before, is not too great. Meh. I don't know, I can just craft it. This oak blackjack is a little bit easier now that we have rings of recoil. The red topaz machete shouldn't be too bad, and that gets us up to chaos runes. So I would say, you know, C tier, B tier, because I guess then we'll go back around and maybe get mind runes or some ranged weapon or something. Ruby topaz machete, I would say, is A tier, because then we get to chaos runes, which would be fantastic. What is this? Okay, it's a spork. That's a weapon that you can get from Recipe for Disaster. That wouldn't be too bad. I would just have to do Freeing the Mountain Dwarf, Goblin Generals, and Pirate Pete. So 31 cooking is not totally unreasonable. 5 level 35 monsters might be a bit much. I'm gonna say that's probably C tier, because then we go on a very long adventure for a steel sword. Number 22 is the Shazian armor set. I put this in here because I thought the guy looked funny. C, maybe D tier. Yeah, D tier, because that would be a very long side quest. Darts, S tier, instant. And then these are 2 types of Snelms. So that'd be like B tier, because we're moving very far with that. Anyways, I think I'm going to get started with the official roll. And here we go. 3. That is the red topaz machete. Okay, it's fine. We skipped over 2 things that I wasn't interested in anyways. And yeah, okay, I guess we... Wait a second. I didn't even realize. We get chaos runes after this. We go up the ladder. Oh my god. Okay, this... I completely forgot somehow. Okay, this is fantastic then. Let's go do Jungle Potion and then hack up a bunch of trees, I think. Okay, let's start Jungle Potion. Oh my god, I need to complete Druidic Ritual. Time for more walking. And there's Druidic Ritual done. Okay, and then back to Karamja. And there is Jungle Potion completed. And the reason why we needed to do that is, there it is, the red topaz machete. 2,400 trading sticks. So now we've got our new goal, 2,400 trading sticks. Trading sticks are kind of an interesting side currency. They can only be used in a few ways on Karamja, like the shop I just showed, as well as entry into this hardwood grove, and even a remote parcel service that can bank your items from Karamja. The main way to get these is by participating in the Taibo One-Eye cleanup minigame, where you chop up different levels of jungle bush, repair fences around the village, and defend the village from attackers that are somehow hiding in the bushes that you just whacked at with a machete. This grants you favor, which lets you chat with a villager and get some trading sticks back for your efforts. If you chat with them at 100% favor, they'll take 10% off that favor and grant you 100 trading sticks. Doing some quick math, that means we'll need 240% favor plus 90% favor to get us started with getting 100%, so that's 330% favor in total. But there's a small problem for me. Starting this minigame requires a machete. Even if you just kill enemies to gain favor, you'll first need to hack up 1 piece of jungle and repair 1 fence at least once, otherwise you won't get any points. Should be fine, just need to have a machete in my inventory like any other tool, right? And so I went and completed Monk's Friend for some easy woodcutting XP, bought a machete, and went to hack up some bushes. But then, disaster struck. I needed to equip the machete, like some kind of unrestricted peasant. Not knowing any true alternative at the time, I broke my rules and rationalized to myself that the machete is made of steel, so surely it's fine if I use it for just this one thing. Dearest viewers, I apologize for taking an unplanned exception in my Snowflake Iron Man rule set. I've destroyed my account and my series is ruined. It shows a lack of integrity and ingenuity when someone breaks the rules to progress, but alas, there truly was no other way. Or at least I thought that was the case until I realized this minigame is awful on a low level account. It took me 3 hours just to build up 30% favor, and I was constantly annoyed by failing the woodcutting actions, enemies that instantly poison you for 11 damage, and having to hop worlds every time an enemy spawned. After slowly losing my sanity to hacking up bushes, I looked around for alternatives, desperate to break the cycle of chop bush, run from enemy, hop worlds. It turns out, trading sticks can be dropped by hobgoblins, which while formidable are much less difficult to deal with than the enemies of the cleanup minigame. And so I went for a 2-minute 15-second test kill, and did some math to find out hobgoblins drop about 8.3 trading sticks on average per kill. Now if you're keeping score at home, our Taibo Wanai experience would have taken me about 33 hours given my current pace of gaining favor, and killing hobgoblins would easily take me only 10 hours. In both cases this is without considering getting supplies for healing, so realistically they'd be about 50% longer. Still not a fan of that for such a low level grind, but at least it's more doable. But then, a revelation occurred. If I could buy items from that shop I mentioned earlier with trading sticks, surely I could sell something back to them to get trading sticks from them, right? Turns out they buy opals, jades, and red topazes, so if I could find some of those in decent quantities, we could be in business. So how can I get these gems? Well, there's gem rocks, which require 40 mining and would be great for getting huge stacks of these, but they also require a decent sailing level or completion of a quest with a boss I don't think I could kill right now. Meanwhile, there's the gemstone crab, which I can mine a few gems out of every 10 minutes, but I'd have to be in the top 16 damage dealers, which could prove difficult rocking a steel scimitar. I could also thieve opals at a pretty slow rate from ham members, but for that to be bearable I'd need to equip ham robes, which aren't even on my board, to reduce the amount of times they kick me out on a failed pickpocket. Lastly, I could mine opals and jades from the Varrock dig site at a decent rate. However, I'm locked out of that because I'd need to equip leather gloves and boots to dig there, and look, I'm not ready to ruin my account twice in an episode, but then I realized just beside the dig site is a spot where you can pan for gold, oysters, and opals and jades. This is our way out. I'll just need to pan for about an hour to get all the opals and jades I need, cut them, and sell them back to the store for our trading sticks. But anyways, it's a 1 in 16 chance there's the first opal for an uncut opal or an uncut jade, and so I just need to pan enough so that I can get enough trading sticks, and with enough trading sticks I can buy the red topaz machete. It's a little bit later here. My plan is to sell all of these gems one world hop at a time. I'm just waiting out the aggression timer since there's this one tribesman who could poison me for 11, and if I hop worlds and he's right there I might just be cooked. And there is the machete we dropped our integrity for. Honestly, a sick looking weapon, but ultimately useless for us for the fire cape compared to the chaos runes we're about to get. But that's all the time we have for today. I'll see you in the next one.